All right, folks, and we are back, and we're about to go live here with our first match. It is going to be Mirage between Existence and Gamers2. Cash will be map number 2, and that was selected by Gamers2. This one is Existence's pick, so they will start on the T side, as Gamers2 will select the CT side first, and you can see them gearing up for what looks to be just one of the standard 3-smoke executes here on the A-bomb side.
Yep. Just kind of LGB take where they try to take control of CT, but a couple of quick headshots might change all of that. And the A-site hold looks superior to the A-site take from Existence. All of a sudden, that is completely shut down. I mean, it does rely on you hitting headshots. They didn't even get to the chance to push the CT and fight that guy. They just got shut down immediately.
Yeah, I just rather favor is blocking off CT stairs and shallow jungle, just doing the classic 3-smoke setup. This is the most classic A hit you can see on Mirage, and it just is like it's way more effective.
I don't know. LGB has a really, really great A take where they don't smoke off CT, and I think that's what Existence were doing. But the issue is that like they had a crossfire like Tribox and CT or whatever, and both of them hit their shots at once. I mean, it's that's gonna work as a hold if you aren't gonna play retake on A. The issue with smoking off CT, right, is that you can jump up on the boxes and stop a plant. You can be behind a smoke. You can spam through the smoke, and that's why people don't like smoking CT anymore. Because it's just like that smoke can be used to.
I see almost every other team still smoke it though, and like every single smoke execute. Like I get your point, like your reasoning behind it, and like also think about it, like if you can take CT spawn control and use it as a post plant spot, that's pretty sick. So there's definitely like advantages to not doing it, but most teams that I watch still definitely smoke off CT spawn. So it's just a stylistic difference. There's like probably 8 different ways you can execute the A bomb side on this map. Like it's one of the most like open-ended, like
it's just one of the takes. I mean, you can default
exactly.
smokes.
Yep. There's the 3 default smokes. There's like 2 other 3-smoke variations you can throw between like the Navi style 3-smoke and like the Virtus Pro 3-smoke, and then you have like the Keyed Stars 5-smoke, and it's just like there's so many different ways you can nade off the A bomb site and take it. That's why it's like one of my favorite maps to watch, to see like the differences in style. Because some teams won't even do heavy side executes. They're like really mid-control oriented, like Fnatic. So, yeah, I don't know. It's like one of the coolest maps to like note differences in styles between different teams T-play. Whereas maps like Dust 2, it's almost every team plays about the same. Whereas Mirage, there's so many differences. As we're just going to see Existence here, trying to see if they can't pull off the eco round. So far, they've evenly exchanged, and they're bringing that bomb back towards upper B. Mihu is going to be here, though, flying up top. He does take a little bit of damage, but doesn't drop off completely, just still engaging here. Going to fall back with this unsilenced M4. He will find himself a couple of frags for his troubles there, and Innocent has been able to rotate in as well. And so that is the bomb down, suck it Ron, all behind his lonesome here, their most recent sign-on to the team. And he gets taken out there pretty quick, and it is the 2-0 start for Gamers2.
Yeah, they quickly come away with those 2 rounds, obviously. If they had known that their anchor at B site was able to get a pick immediately, they probably would have just taken B straight up, but in light of that fact, they were too committed to A to want to do that right away, and so ran it back afterward and had to go up against the likes of Mihu, and he managed to get 2 frags, and that pretty much ruined the chances of Existence from being able to get a plant that round.
Yeah, now you're going to see Gamers2 just getting a little bit aggressive here on mid with Innocent checking that underpass. We will find a kill. Mihu also pressing upper B, or excuse me, that's Manise pressing it there, and he's going to go ahead and get the bomb down. And so Existence already starting off here pretty rough, but this is to be expected until they're able to get their guns out on the 3rd round. Push is taking place here as well from Mihu over here on the catwalk. Second round, we'll take him out, but Innocent trades from the window, and then eventually Sphero will close it off there. So 3-0 start for Gamers2, but let's see what Existence has in the opening gun round.
I don't know what suck it Ron means to Ron, or if that's, I don't know if we're reading it the same way that it sounds, but I like it. It's funny.
Yeah, I have actually no clue. if I'm being 100% honest.
If it's just like a funny name, or if it's something completely else different.
Pretty much no clue, man. Yeah, I don't know of any. I don't know much about that, so I couldn't tell you. I don't think it doesn't strike me as something. It sounds so close to something in English that it doesn't strike me as like being something in Spanish. Which I mean, they're from Spain, so I assume it's Would be something Spanish if it was,
Oh,
but
this flank from Muniz.
yeah, and he's
Down.
able to get a couple frags off that. So the underpass aggression once again from Gamers2 is going to pay off. Kyrie able to get inside the B side here with the AK, but the bomb's down in such a bad position. Musambani and Second Ron trying to come in, but Nice is just still wreaking havoc from this upper B position. 3 kills on the round already as he still sits over here towards the wide van. Bomb's still down. Musambani and Kyrie left. As you see Kyrie trying to press into the market, but he's going to run into 3 members of Gamers2 just waiting for him there. And now it's just all up to Musambani, who is not in a favorable spot here. It's 1v4. He does catch Muniz, but bomb's still down. I think he's just going to try to hold on to this AK. Looking like they're going to take the opening gun round on top of winning pistol and get that 4-0 start due to it.
That round, obviously Muniz just got away with pushing lower B with his UMP. Had the perfect flank on 2 players who were going to wait for an A fake and then execute on B, and that plan was ruined after bomb was spotted, and Muniz got both kills, and then a third to just seal the deal. No existence. Are just saving their 1 AK on Musambani. Yeah, don't have much time either, and that's going to be Gamers2 with a quick 4-0.
And so with that said, Existence is just going to be on this 1 AK that Musambani saved the last round. But yeah, they just got completely crushed. That was, as you said, just a really big play there from Muniz on that flank through underpass to basically just cut off Existence's, positioning there on a kind of a heavy upper B initial setup. And this round, they will upgrade their pistols a bit. And once again, they are going to be sending a lot of their players over here to upper B and underpass. Just kind of a 2-1-2 split. And I'm sure they'll be much more mindful this time around of pushes, but Innocent are already finding Second Ron. Muniz, though, going to get caught in midair by Musambani with the AK, so making him pay for just jumping up there. Just catches him on a timing, and it gets it into an early 4v4.
Yeah, they've got options now. Mason's just kind of like sitting here in the B apps, though, with the bomb. Not exactly sure what he wants to do quite yet, and it looks like some players are rotating back to him, and I guess they don't want to make it too obvious that they're simply going to run it back into a full A, and maybe we'll just leave Musambani here to make some noise. Throw something, right, or just hold off rotates.
Yeah, I mean, it's just Innocent here. I mean, Mihu is going to be in the ladder room, so I mean, he can fall back pretty quickly down the cat to assist Innocent. But yeah, at least Mazzino and Sphero here are going to be held off by Musambani. He does actually get the pick. This may course Mihu to actually just rotate. And Innocent also rotating off the B-bomb site, though. I think he'll just stick towards market. He won't full rotate here, but he still has to try to watch this cross by himself. Let's see if he can get any shots, and he does do some damage here to Flippin. He does catch the drop, and he does eventually kill Flippin as well. Mason trying to plant here inside the smoke. I think he may get it off, and he does. And Musambani could still catch Sphero and prevent him from being a part of the retake, so that's big, but now he's all by himself in a 1v2, and that's like the gamble you take to be able to cut off rotates, yes, but if the other 2 are successful, you're not in a position at all to try to actually prevent them from defusing, so yeah, way out of position there.
Yeah, if it was like a full rifle round, I'd say like, yeah, there's just, he just lurked way too slowly. He needed to cut off at least 1 or 2 more people. I mean, but it also, if it was a full rifle round, there'd be a much better chance of his teammates getting a kill in the site. They didn't have armor. So in that regard, he did okay because he's able to hang on to his AK for the next 5 round. They got a plant, he got 3 kills, so somewhat successful overall. Unfortunately, they weren't able to win the round.
Right on. So Kyrie is going to have his op here. He's going to be bringing it over here towards the back of Cat. He will find Innocent inside the window, so that is 1 kill down. Muniz, though, getting aggressive once again in the underpass. This time, though, not as successful. In fact, I think he's going to get caught here by Mason, and he will. And so Existence definitely off to a much better start this time around after losing the first 5 gun rounds. Pretty lopsided. They are definitely in much better position now.
Yeah, three players alive for Gamers2. This is Existence's round to lose. They've got a lot of good map control. They've spotted mid. They're going to fall off into something full. I think this is a great time to take A. They will have to go up against maximum 2 players, but the reason that you leave 1 person at B, because sometimes that's all you need to trade out really easily, but it's also, this is the wide open site, so there's going to be 2 players here. They know what to expect. And actually, Mihu is cheating over towards A, so this might be actually a huge problem for them, because they're taking a gamble and stacking A with very little information.
Yeah, but we do see basically Existence setting up for just 5 smokes over here. They do have all 5 smokes, and they do toss them all over here. This is just like very reminiscent of like the classic 3 smoke setup, but an added one on top of the balcony for cover to get out of Palace, and they will get out into the site, and we do see CEVO trying to peek the bomb player, not going to work, but Mazzino here on top of the balcony is going to line up some frags, but not enough, and so Existence will take the round, and they do get their first one on the board, so it is the 5-1 scoreline, still heavily in favor of Gamers2, but, you know, Existence there, and that was some good initial picks. They were on to the aggression, they caught it, and they put the round away.
Yeah, it was. I mean, for it being a 3v5, leaving the B side completely open was a huge risk, and they Gamers2 did a great read on that round. But when unable to get trade outs from initial 2 players, if they had like 1 kill apiece, and then you know, Mazzino got 2, that round could have got really ugly. It was pretty much like playing Rush B, like playing on a Rush B server on A. It was 3v5, right? It's like you've got a full A setup to defend against 5 players coming in. They had a good chance to win that round.
Yeah, exactly. And Mihu getting a bit aggressive here on the cat will get caught by the hop, which is going to be Kyrie just playing the back of catwalk here. Benice also trying to get a little bit aggressive here. Innocent still going to have his rifle over towards the window. And that's one of the differences with Gamers too. They play a rifle in window instead of the opper. And so that's kind of a little bit different. Though they haven't really had an op yet this game on the CT side, so that may be part of it as well.
Yeah, typically Sparrow ops. And he'll just float between jungle and window.
Yeah, he's been playing kind of towards the A side though. Like I said, Innocent's been taking some peeks with the rifle at window. He paid for it one time in a pretty heavy way. Manice though is still jump spy in this upper B. He has an incendiary, so when they start trying to rush this, he can counter it off. But it's going to be a fake. I mean, they had 3 guys towards A, throwing the classic execute nades and stuff like that over here. So this may cause Manice to think this is a big A hit and actually jump over, but he's not because there's not enough pressure. Mazzino doesn't see anybody actually coming into the site, so Manice never going to make a move, and he's just going to be here to throw that incendiary that we talked about, and he knows this is up. I mean, Innocent's already rotated in here to the B-bomb side as well, and this was just not a well-sold fake by Existence by any stretch of the imagination. Gamers2 just totally read that, and now they have a 3-on-3 with the bomb down.
They needed to get into the site, commit to with 3 players, or at least with 1 making noise with 3. And yeah, the most you can do is force Gamers2 into leaving 1 person at B unless you get a kill.
Right.
Or, you know, that's the only way you're going to really convince them that you're going to take a side is that, okay, you got a kill, I have to rotate and maybe play retake if it's really
So there's 2 keys to a fake. One is providing enough of an incentive for the other team to actually rotate off the other side. So actually throwing some type of nades and stuff like that that may make people start thinking about shifting. And then you have to B, put enough pressure to force to rotate. Not only that, but make them stay. So getting actual kills on people as well on the other side of the map to make sure that they don't still have forces left to rotate and retake the opposite site and like double back. Like you have to, you know, put on constant and good pressure, and they just weren't able to do any of that. So Gamers2 never even rotated. Now we see Existence trying to do a little bit of a jump boost peek into window there, but Innocent is going to cut him off there with the headshot onto Mason, and there is a double op setup the last couple of rounds for Existence. They haven't really made it work at all. Second round's been taking his op towards upper B, but he hasn't been able to find any picks. Manice, you know, the one kind of jump spotting back here every round is, I mean, it's going to be hard as hell to ever hit that shot on somebody. It's very rare you'll be able to do it, especially the way that the jumping hitboxes are. So,
Mihu's going to get a free pick on Musambani too here. This is a spot he always plays, just up in the ladder room, constantly rotating back from window and these bricks over and over again. It's just a great spot to watch connector from. Be a fast rotate to both sides. And that's where Mihu works best. He's, you know, pound for pound, or stat for stat, I guess, the best player on their team. Oh, and peeks up right into the hop of Kyrie. There. Now, A is kind of a little bit weaker, though. Sparrow answers back with a trade for himself. Manice does the same, and that leaves Second Ron alone in a 1v3. He does make it a 1v2, however, and might be able to get a plant, if not for a player rotating through CT, which he'll have to deal with.
Yeah, Mihu going to throw a nice little pop flash here. Second round completely blind, still committed to the plan, of course, and he does get it off, but Gamers2, of course, still able to get the kill there. Nice little pop flash there from Mihu. And so there you have it. Gamers2 up 7-1, so off to a great start here up against Existence. As we'll wait and see what game Existence can come up with this next round. They don't really have any money to speak of, to be honest. So, well, they have a lot of money on second round, so you can maybe do some dropping here and they can still get something going. Yeah, that is basically what happens. It does force flipping onto a Galil, but like I said, second round had enough money there to do some dropping, and that was the key.
That was the key, yeah. It was a big plan. If not for it, Flippin would have nothing basically. And but Gamers2 up 7-1 still, and it comes to a point where it's just about putting rounds on the board. They're still going to have to do that. So posturing over towards B with a bomb and spawn at 1, anchoring A means they still are trying to keep their options open, maintaining some sort of map control. But with Mihu pushing up for information and getting a frag, that just can really, really ruin your day.
Right. And with that said, yeah, opening pick the second run, as you said, no trade taking place. Manise now going to be peeking Mason, who's also playing upper B. Nice pop flash comes in to peek with, and that forces Mason back, so Manise can get some information on upper B. So a little bit of good teamwork there from Gamers2. It's Innocent jump spotting around, does spot Musambani here in the underpass, takes some damage, but gets it right back. That nade takes Musambani almost halfway down. So nice nade there. Manise going to be playing the up close position here on upper B. The fire and stuff comes in, but he's well positioned. They're going to do a nice little bait setup here with Mihu playing the bench, baiting them into him, while Manise is just perfectly positioned to come out later, and then just some frags out. But it looks like it won't matter because Mihu and Innocent are just taking care of the frags themselves. But they still have no idea about Manise, and he's going to be able to jump in and get that bomb carrier down. Time is ticking away here. It's just Musambani left now in a 1 versus 3. He's watching this flank, and as soon as he turns, Mazzino grabs him. So just a nice bait set up there from Gamers2 on upper B.
Yeah, as you mentioned, that pop flash was really great for them to just reattain more map control up in that upper B, pushing Mason back into a position where he's going to have to peek out just to clear then once again, and that allowed Manise to play on top of balcony, and Mihu in the site to support him got a frag, and Manise is doing all this damage without ever getting seen in the B site. It's been a huge issue for Existence, who are trying to diversify their playbook and not just go back to full A's like we're used to seeing on Mirage all the time.
Yeah, Manise is going to press through upper B. This time lines up a couple of quick kills. Of course, it is a save for Existence, so this kind of stuff is to be a bit expected here. Kyrie with the Deagle trying to reel it back at least somewhat, but it's going to be short-lived there. Just the one frag onto Innocent, and it's all over here. Now up to Flippin, watching for the push here from Manise with the 250, but he's just going to get sandwiched, and that's going to be Gamers2 going up now 9-1. So definitely looking sharp here on the CT side of Mirage.
Yeah, there are close 9-1s and there are not so close 9-1s, and this is one of those not so close 9-1s where we haven't seen many close rounds in between the score being as lopsided as it is. Sometimes it's a team won a pistol and they barely got away with the first rifle, and a few of those rounds came down to clutch rounds. But with Gamers2, they've been maintaining map control extremely well and basically having their way with Existence on all sides of the map, and really haven't shown weakness overall at all.
Right on. So we are going to see Sphero here on top of the stairs with the op just peeking into the A ramp, and he will find the initial pick here. It's going for the execute, and Sphero finding a second one through the smoke there. As we do see Existence still trying to see if they can get into the safe bomb site. They will get the plant here. It looks like maybe. No, never mind. It's just Mason inside the site without the bomb. And Mihu already dinks him over the top of the site box. So great hit there. Existence still trying to see if they can make this happen in the A site. The bomb will trickle in, and the plant will be attempted here by Kyrie. Looks like he will, in fact, just get it off, but it's still going to be a tough hold at this point. As Gamers2 just collapsing onto the site, but it is even back up here into a 2 versus 2. And so Existence might have the chance here, but Sphero just catching Kyrie jumping up and down by the firebox. Easy kill for him. It's all off the suck it Ron now, but he's completely blind, has no idea, but they still don't know where he is. He could still maybe surprise him, but that one flashbang literally saved Gamers2's life because they were not clearing that corner, and if he wouldn't have been blind, he probably wins the round.
No, he saw them. He saw them for sure. I mean, he was blind for a portion of it, but when he came to, he just didn't shoot, and he just trying to delay as long as possible, having to take a second fight, but didn't win his first duel when it came down to it. So Existence there lost that round. I mean, Kyrie probably shouldn't have been jumping up on Firebox when pretty much the first place you get peeked from is stairs, and he wasn't even spawning for that. So that was kind of rough.
Firebox is such a powerful post-plant position because if you play it right, they have to rush into you to kill you, to clear the site and get the defuse. And so if you're delaying for time, holding Firebox is one of the most powerful spots. I mean, I guess the most powerful spot would be Palace because you can pretty much spot the bomb plant from many more places than you can from A ramp.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work out. Innocent getting the bomb down at mid. Musambani was not necessarily by himself. He is going to have one guy be able to come recollect that bomb, and Existence has a couple of guys coming underpass as well. Mihu, though, just pushing Cat. Going to be able to jump up and grab the frag and fall back. Going to throw the nade out as well. It doesn't really do much damage, though. A second round through the smoke will actually do some hits onto Mihu, but he's able to back off back into the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Mihu is one squirrely character. And oh, Manise top mid is going to be flanking the bomb. Bomb gets dropped, and suddenly from Existence having the man advantage for a few moments as Kyrie got the opening pick, have lost it once again. And Kyrie, is he going to be spotted here? He will be. Malzina gets the better of him from the A side, and yeah, all of a sudden...
it's all up to Mason. Yeah. 1-on-4, he does get one to get into 1v3, but peeks into window, and Innocent finds him with the op. And I mean, watching this game, I mean, I don't know if you have the same impression that I'm having, but it just seems like Existence is really lost on the T side. Like, they don't really seem to be... I don't know. Like, they just don't seem like on the same page sometimes. They just look off the mark, like people peeking sometimes by themselves. Like, that round, Kyrie comes out of palace by himself with the op and dies right there at the end while his teammate was, like, nowhere around to do anything. And it's just like, I don't know.
When we see a team getting outclassed, they're just, even if they are well-versed on the map or whatever the case may be, if the other team is just outclassing them, they, you know, they'll start to make a lot worse decisions, and you'll see that the main issue is that they can barely trade sometimes, and that's why some of their fast strats are working a lot better than their slower ones, but ultimately they haven't even been able to win an after plant situation yet. Now it's a 3v3. This is the best opportunity for them to do it, and Mihu does find it a very important kill.
Still
there,
even though, but Menacent and Menacent, Manise and Innocent here are going to be coming in. Manise able to get the bomb diffuser there, but it's still flipping up alive. He does have a huge health advantage here, and he will close it out. So finally, Existence get themselves another round. It's been a while. It was quite the drought of 6 rounds in a row before they were able to construct that one. But at least it shows a little bit of life coming out of them here. But they still long road to travel to get back into this game. Of course, this map typically is pretty CT-sided, though I would say it's still one of the maps that do have some opportunities for T-side, just because of how powerful the heavy side executes can be, especially on the A side.
In Europe, I mean, you get a few T rounds. Sometimes it depends on the matchup sometimes, but both these teams wouldn't expect to get only 4 rounds on T side. They both have pretty good T sides on this map. And right now, G2's A setup is just catching Existence off guard at every turn. They do have that round. They could at best win another 2 rounds and come away with 11-4 half. It would be a failure. It wouldn't be that much of a failure, but it would still be a failure. And this isn't a good way to start, though. 3v5 now in favor of Gamers2. 2v5, and again, no trades are coming out. And that's really the main thing to look out for, is that people are dying and no one's returning the frag.
Yeah, Mason getting something going here individually, but yeah, as you said, Existence rarely ever positioned in ways in which to trade. It really has relied on this like big individual efforts like Mason this round to kind of bring the round back into maybe a winnable situation. As you can see, Sphero's going to have nothing to do with it, and Gamers2 will come right back at Existence and make this thing 12-2.
As you know, just stealing that defuse real quick. A kill for his trouble, and yeah, Gamers2 just pick Existence apart and win the round, and that's, you know, one of those rounds that just wasn't close. And right. The only rounds that Existence have won is just a fast A, and I mean, with 1 round left, why not do it now?
Yeah, they don't really have much to work with here. They do have a couple of Molotovs, which leads me to believe they want to like molly some spots and try to come out of upper B, but they've literally had no success doing this at any point in the game. I don't think I've seen them. Yeah, I've never really seen them do well here. Manise has always been able to like.
So good, and Mihu's just been nuts. Like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like Mihu's always really quick to rotate back from Cat and do some damage. Manise is always good enough to stall out with nades for long enough time, and now he'll just step up and molly and gets the kill. So Existence trying to come up the Cat. They will catch Mihu actually, but Innocent's already rotated in the site here. Manise also, you know, prepared for this inside the site. Will position himself in such a way, but unfortunately Mason will still catch him. And second round gets the Deeg, so maybe, just maybe, off the back of well, very much a lack of equipment, Existence still maybe able to put this round together here, as it's just Mazzino and Sphero left here trying to come out the market, but Mason will be right up close on the window, gets one. Sphero trades, but still a tough 1v2 on his hands, as both players are going to be towards the catwalk here. He's going to try to flush Musambani out with that fire, and he will be able to do so, but still can't react to get the kill. And he does get the kill from the grave, but it doesn't matter. The round goes to Existence, and they get 3 on the board from the T side. Definitely not as many as you'd like to have. I think you need to get, I mean, at least 5, and 6 is probably preferred on a
Yeah.
map like this, where there's still a decent amount of opportunity to get rounds on the T side of this map. It's not like a map like, say, Inferno, or what Newton used to be, or I guess Train now, where it's really hard to get T rounds. Like, there's a lot of opportunities for it, and they didn't
I've
capitalize
seen
with any.
8-7 halves multiple times on this
Right.
map. It's pretty. Sometimes it just depends on the matchup. Some teams are just much better
True,
on the
true.
CT side, and some teams are much have because I feel like the T side still isn't that developed. Like this map changes so much in terms of A takes, in terms of split strategies. And I
Right.
feel like this is one map that the meta just really hasn't developed that much on T side as long as it's been out.
It's developed a shit ton over time. I can tell you that. Just like all the different A executes we've seen develop, just even in the last 6 months, like how Keystars changed everything in January, and
Yeah,
even since then, Navi and Virtus Pro have had kind of changes to the map as well through some of their takes that have
but
influenced a lot of
I
different
guess it
teams.
evolved, but it's like no, it shows no signs of stopping in terms of changing. Like there's just so
Oh
many
yeah,
takes that keep coming out, whereas other
that's
maps is
true.
kind of like you're using one of 3 or 4 A takes that everyone does. There's like a
Yeah.
new A take every single day for Mirage.
I think Cash actually could be developed a little bit more too on some of the executions on the A bomb site. I've seen
Yeah,
some
that's true.
inklings
That's
of
true.
it on like some heavy like squeaky door pushes at times, but I think there's still some more there. But anyway, we come back into this pistol round here. Gamers2 already suffers the initial pick here, but they still are able to get themselves into the B bomb site. And Mazzino cutting off some rotation of the connector here from the ladder room, as it is going to be Existence trying to retake here in a 3 versus 4, make that a 2v3 now after that exchange. But they will try to come up with Cat and Manisa. Mazzino has such a great crossfire here between ladder and back Cat, and yeah, it's just going to be
Nice.
all over there. 13-3. Gamers2 looking like they're about to put this away quite quickly.
Yeah, and that was the kind of fake that like we didn't see Existence do, and that was like committing to A, and that caused rotates, that forced rotates from Existence because they couldn't kill everyone who was kind of overwhelming them in the site, and then they pushed just up Cat with 3 players. That's why I think it's better to not even like when you want to do a full X, like if you want to do a full fake, okay, maybe you have 3 players there at the beginning, and then just commit 2 and have one like run quickly over to B with the people who are executing B or something like that, but never have like 3 committed to the site. But you need to have someone commit if you want to cause a rotate, and that's what Gamers did so well there on that round.
Yeah, now they're just going to try to maybe pour heavy out of upper B, flipping spots off this though, so at least the rotate will come as quick as possible, but it doesn't matter. They're still pretty far off. It's going to be all up to Musambani, and he will go down, and Gamers2 looking like they're going to put this to an easy 14, and probably, I mean, Existence full saved here. They're going to put together whatever buy they can to try to hold off the Gamers2 going to map point, but it won't be a lot, and then the follow-up won't be a lot either, so I feel like Gamers2 is just kind of destined to walk out this map 16-3 unless Existence pull out something crazy with like very limited guns. That's why losing the pistol was so key. They don't have any money for the rest of this game to try to contest back.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna buy whatever they can here. I mean, they save full for that reason, but it's not gonna be a really great buy at all. I think gamers are gonna be fully aware of what they're about to run into.
Oh yeah,
and even if
absolutely.
they lose this round, we'll still have enough money to buy next. So that's a huge problem for Existence as well. Not only will they have to win this round, they'll have to win it pretty convincingly.
They have to basically win like 3 in a row to ever get their economy back in order and actually put like a
And
damper on
keep the
Gamers
tie
2.
alive.
Yeah, yeah, all the rebuying they would have to do if they lose a lot of players here would be like so detrimental. They wouldn't be able to rebuy much. So yeah, that's another really big point here. So there's a lot working against Existence at this point to make the comeback, but we'll see if they can somehow still figure it out. As Kyrie, with this scout, has already hit Mihu and Mazzino. So he's done a lot of damage to a couple of players with this scout in the window room, but has yet to find any kills. And we do see Mihu and company lining up some smokes here from mid that go into, I guess, the A bomb
Front
site.
connector.
Yeah. So it
That's a
blocks
really
off
good
connector so they can work up mid. But Kyrie finally getting a kill on those people he picked off earlier. Musambani trying to press Cat, gets caught there by Mazzino. So it's a 4-on-4. The bomb is starting to make its way back over towards the B side of the map, it looks like, or maybe just towards mid. Not really sure where they want to go with it just yet.
Oh, my camera got stuck when I tried to follow that nade.
Correct.
Right.
I don't even know what mine's bound to anymore. What's yours bound to follow the nade?
Alt, left alt.
Okay.
I
I'm
think
trying to
that's
think
default.
if I like rematch my keys, and so it's like messed up sometimes. But anyway, we are going to see Gamers2 Starting to press out of upper B. It's only flipping here. All the other three stacked A. So, oh no, this is so unfortunate for Existence. They felt the need to kind of gamble a bit here. That's understandable given the situation, but unfortunately this doesn't pay off. But we'll see if flipping. Oh my goodness, gets 2 kills with the FAMAS. The bomb will still go down, but he's gotten 2 kills. He got his team a 2-man advantage, and it gives so much time for the rotate to come in. Now it's all to Manice to clutch this thing 1v4, and he won't do it. And there you have it, Existence winning the round and with minimal casualties, so they only have to rebuy on 2 players, so that's big news for them. But as you said, the Gamers2 still do have the money to buy this next round. But that's step 1 for Existence, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people say it doesn't matter what side you start on. If you have a really bad side on one half and just are very CT-sided on that map, for example, it can make a huge difference in terms of what you decide to buy. Like, for example, in that half, you lose a pistol, which might not be kind of the most balanced round that has to do with skill, as opposed to, you know, you just got luckier shots. You know, I think a pistol round is kind of a little bit random, a little bit 50-50. Like, anyone can win a pistol, I feel like. So that can sometimes make a difference. And them losing that pistol there means that they're sitting on, that Gamers2 are sitting on 14 Existence. Had to buy early, and they did manage to win there as Flippin got 2 picks in a position where I honestly didn't think he'd get any because of the way that they double peeked him. But hit some really nice shots. Oh, look how much map control Gamers2 have though right now. They are already up connector, 1 spotting a ramp, 2 at top mid, and 1 person holding BFs. They really do have a lot of map control at this point.
And indeed they do. So we'll see what they'll do with it here. As a Kyrie, though, able to get the pick there onto Venice in the connector, and they suck at round, taking instant down at A ramp. So the dominoes are falling quickly here for Gamers2, as they've already suffered 2 picks very early in the round with no follow-up, no trade. And so I don't know if Gamers2 is playing a bit too spread out there, a bit too overconfident, but they pretty much just gave away 2 players for free.
I think they wanted to group up for an A execute, and maybe, I don't know who died at A ramp, but he shouldn't have died.
I think it was Innocent.
Yeah.
I think Manice died connector like at the very beginning of the game.
I think after he died, Manice or Innocent tried to trade or find another pick, but couldn't. And
they still at least get a 3v3 take on A, so it's like an even situation. They had second round blocked off with the smoke, but it just doesn't matter. He just jumps over it there, able to get a kill onto him, and then Mihu, you know, having to pay attention to so many different spots will get caught off there. And so Existence put together another round and only lose 1 player. So, I mean, with the struggling economy, they are making it work. Look, all of them have like 5 full rifles at this point, and even some decent banks still on reserve. And Gamers2 actually forced to take like a, well, I guess they didn't have to take a force buy here. They could have just saved, but they decided just to put together like a force buy. And yeah, man, like Existence are starting to make the comeback, and you have to wonder if the frustration's starting to set in just a little bit for Gamers2, but obviously it's still pretty early.
Yeah, I want to be, you know, I honestly doubt it, but they don't want to assume that they've won just yet. And I think are full buying here because they're getting to the point of having a max. We'll have a max round 1 bonus. Actually, they're only 2 rounds in, so. Oh, Manice does find a free pick on A site though. That's just a.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, right over the smoke.
Trade does come back though, so at least they get the kill back here. And they're starting to try to press Kyrie and Mason actually out mid, but Innocent playing the back mid boxes. We'll find it. Musambani though still playing the cat, and Innocent did get down pretty low. So there is that whole deal. But we do have Gamers2 here with the man advantage. We're not able to. They do actually collect the AK. Mihu's able to get it here, and it looks like they want to set up for A. But Mason pushing it with the silence and 4 for the information, and he may completely catch someone off guard. But Mazzino kind of aware to it, kind of checking it out here, and he will get some support from a teammate as well. Mason forced to fall back, took a lot of damage there. And we'll make it back into the site. Musambani will be here for cover, and they're actually bringing all 3 of their players through the A side. And this will actually maybe work out.
Yeah, Mason is very hurt in the site. Is spotting up these apps here. Oh, with a nice shot though. Takes 1 down. Yeah,
just forcing the 2v3 now at this point. So picks, but yep, the super fake. And Mihu's falling off in enough time to where he'll get there just as quickly as Flippin does, at least.
And it's planted for him, so.
Yeah, it is planted for him, but he'll have to be the hero. Innocent only has the clock right now, so this is going to be still really tough to hold, but we'll see if Mihu can do it. He does get one. Innocent steps out, though. Somebody grabs him. Mihu's still at the upper B. Streaming through the window here. 1 versus 2, getting chased down, though, by Flip, and he'll jump into the window, expose himself a bit too much to go for that kill. And there you have it. Game existence taken.
Who was it that planted? Was that Maniz? No, was it Maniz? He planted too deep. He didn't plant for apps. He planted like Mihu had to jump out the window to stop the defusal, which should never happen. So
Yeah,
it wasn't
you're
planted
right.
right on the corner. It was like on the inside of the box. So
Good call. Yeah, that's true, very true. That was probably like the key to them not getting that.
yeah, his teammate on the side there wasn't even in a position to help him. If Mihu peeked out the window to stop that plant, it would have been easy to stop that, really. But that was almost a cool fake.
Right on, as we just do see a heavy smoke execution here on the A-bomb side from Gamers2, kind of that 5 smoke setup that you see, though the smokes are a bit off, I guess, but still that 5 smoke setup here. But Existence having no trouble with it, just Mason getting on top of the stairs here with the M4, the one spot that's not really blocked by smokes, and he's able to get the kills there. So Gamers2 starting to drop the rounds here. They've lost the last 4 in a row, but they're still just 1 round away from that point, so I'm sure they're not sweating it just yet. But I think if Existence can get like 3 or so more rounds on the board, all of a sudden, the credibility of the comeback would be pretty high at that point. So, I mean,
Yeah.
Gamers2 doesn't have to worry yet, but a few more rounds from now, they might have to start kind of, being a bit worried.
Yeah, for sure. And it's, Gamers2 that have 2 pistols to their name, so it's a total of, I think, 5 rounds because of the light buy this half that they've gotten almost for free, and that's a huge reason for their lead right now. So with that in mind, as long as the trades are pretty good for Existence, and that's not a good sign. And
Yeah,
as far as
Kyrie
kind of out the open. Didn't see one crossing mid, assumed no one did yet.
Exactly. I mean, he thought he was just going to be watching the cross, and one had already made it that he wasn't aware of, and that's obviously huge. But second round will re-peek with the flash here. He might catch one of them peeking out from the mid boxes, but no, Maniz going to get him with the AK, and so that's another tough play here for Existence at mid. They've now lost 2 players basically uncontested here at the mid, and that's definitely not good news. But Mason will try to re-peek with the flash, but he gets chased off now as well.
Yeah, you can already see a couple more loose ends on Existence's CT side, which they, as long as they are able to maybe survive some of these rounds, can come back and show that they still have a way to win. But Mihu coming up the stairs is able to get a frag and a second one. Malzino's going to challenge one in his window, and he goes down as well. And yeah, those are mistakes that Gamers2 didn't make on their CT side, or at least not mistakes that Existence were able to exploit.
Right. I mean, Gamers2 just being able to be the heavy hand there on the mid control, just winning all those gun battles for the most part at mid, except for the 1 kill Sphero got. But other than that, they were able to get the much more favorable exchanges there in mid. It all started with kind of Kyrie just getting caught out in the open, just not understanding the timing of that mid cross and getting caught there. And now Gamers2 once again just going to be flooding mid. We do see Existence getting aggressive with 3 players up the slope, and they'll actually be able to backstab these players on Cat. So Gamers2 getting caught completely off guard here by this, but it's still an even 3 versus 3. Mazzino brings it back for Gamers2, actually flipping, trying to press Cat to get a trade back for himself, and he will. It is now a 2v2. Innocent has full A-bomb site control with the bombs down way over by upper B, and so they really don't have a way to exploit this. And in fact, flipping, if he keeps pushing here, he has the ability to cut off the bomb pickup, but Sphero coming underpass may be able to get a flank here while Innocent comes around and grabs the bomb. I think he'll probably... I wonder what he'll bring, and if he'll just go up or B with it.
I think they assume that that there's a player in sight, and the bomb plant the other player is bringing the bomb into A since they have the site.
Yeah,
but they don't realize that Flippin was the other player at mid, or was at A, and is actually moving over towards B.
Flippin's going to be on a pretty quick upper B flank that Gamers2 might not be like thinking about. True, and as Sphero is going to be there, but Flippin may at least be able to get a kill here and turn this into like Sphero having to play a 1v2. But Innocent going to get really aggressive on the market, maybe try to catch second Ron with the op, but no, Ron gets it. So Sphero now just playing from Cat. The bomb is planted for him, and they already know that he's there. So an Incendiary is going to go out to try to hold Sphero off here so they can try to get on this defuse. Sphero is kind of forced back here, but no one's still on the bomb. Oh, wait, no, second Ron did get on the bomb, but he comes back out. Sphero grabs the kill, and now it's all up to Flippin. Very low HP. Has to just play this baiting game here, and Sphero wins it. And there you have it. Gamers2 take it 16-7. It was pretty one-sided the whole way through, and while Existence did show us some half a little bit. You always kind of felt that Gamers2 was going to close that pretty quickly, and eventually they in fact did. So there you have it, man. That's it.
What was that
That map.
though? They threw the molly, that 100% chance to win the round. All Flippin had to do was watch him jump out with his gun out, and they didn't have none of them had, no one had to get off the bomb. They could have just stuck it, had Flippin watch it, and done the damage, and at least traded so that he can get on the bomb right after or something. And
Right.
instead, I don't know, just let him jump through fire. It was the only thing he could do, and he got away with doing it.
Right on.
Yeah.
So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we will be live with Matt number 2 here. That'll be our last European game, but we do have some North American games coming up as well. So, yep, that's about it. Just stay tuned. We'll be right back.